All was quiet in Clocktown this night. The only activity around was this weird guy over here. What did he say? I'm not doing anything suspicious. Really? I, for some reason, don't believe that. So I will cut you! Okay, I'll stop. So, hey guys, I'm back from my little break. Did some good rupee grinding off screen, if you couldn't tell. I have over 100 rupees again. And I actually was able to put a few more rupees in the bank in between the recording, when I stopped the last recording and from now. I actually have over 700 rupees deposited in the bank right now, which is a lot more than I did when I actually showed you guys. So yeah, I'm doing some good work on that front. Anyways, it's about 12 a.m. As I said, something is supposed to happen at 12 a.m. And I think this guy might be involved over here. Not really sure what he's doing. It's quiet. Too quiet. Well, it's midnight now. So whatever happens, it's gotta happen right now. Oh hey, who's that? I'm sorry. For what? What did you do to me? Why'd you apologize? Oh, old ladies these days. You never know what they're thinking. Okay, so I guess I'll just stand out here in the open and watch what she's doing. She's obviously up to something. Either that or he is. I don't know, maybe they're both involved. Maybe it's like a crime ring. What's going on? I love the way that guy walks. That's hilarious. I probably should have sped up time a little bit. That's probably why this is going so slow. But, okay, it looks like that suspicious guy actually is stealing something from the old woman, so let's stop him. Hi-ya! Hi-ya! I keep missing. There we go. Now you go away. Get out of here. Come back here. Don't leave. Damn it, he left. Thank you. Since he didn't make off with them, I can finally stock bomb bags at our shop. Maybe I'll put them out tomorrow. Yes, I must thank you. It's a dangerous mask, but maybe you could use it to throw your own festival fireworks show. And we get the blast mask. Probably one of the most exciting masks to use in the entire game. Let me just show you what this mask does. Oh, and we actually added her to our notebook, which is, I guess, makes sense. We did a very good thing by helping her. Anyways, with the blast mask, whenever you wear the blast mask, you can explode! Which doesn't seem very productive. However, there's actually a way you can actually take advantage of this mask so it doesn't hurt you. First off, wait for the mask to actually reform. Once you use the mask, you have to wait till it reforms before you can use it again. But if you hold your shield out and then use the mask, you actually avoid taking damage. So in a way, it's almost like having a free bomb. But bombs are more productive in my opinion, so I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Instead, let's go back to what I think you guys are more interested in, because we're actually going to start the first dungeon in this video. So let's go all the way back to Woodfall. And let's actually go inside this temple instead of skipping it to do side quests. Very quickly, I'm going to get properly equipped for the dungeon. You're probably wondering why I'm putting on the Great Fairy mask, but you'll find out shortly enough. But for now, first I have to play the song. The Deku Scrub song we learned back in the palace. Santana of Awakening. And when we do that, the temple will rise from the water. I love how the water rises with it. It's kind of a cool effect. But there we go, guys. That is Woodfall Temple. That is the first temple of the game. And we're finally going to do some dungeon crawling. Finally, after... I don't know what video this would be. This is probably going to be about, like, video 16 or 17. Probably 17. And here we go. Woodfall Temple. So as the Great Fairy back in town mentioned, there are stray fairies scattered throughout all the temples of the game. And we have to collect them all. And the Great Fairy Mask is a good way to do that. If you wear the Great Fairy Mask when a fairy is out in the open, it'll actually bring the fairy towards you. And something else, whenever you're wearing the mask and you see these little pink sparkles around it, that means there is a stray fairy in the room. However, unlike the first fairy, it can't get to you because it's either trapped inside of a treasure chest, a bubble, or an enemy. So we're going to look out for that. I believe it's actually right over here. So let's first go over here. And sure enough, stray fairy number 2. There are 15 stray fairies in every temple, so keep that in mind. And let us continue. Woodfall Temple is honestly not that bad. I gotta say though, a lot of the temples overall are a lot more complex than the ones in Ocarina of Time. The only complex temple in Ocarina of Time was possibly the Water Temple. The dungeons are a lot more, maybe complicated is not even the right word, but they're a little more winding, I guess you could say. You don't always know if you're going in the right direction. Okay, I believe, yep, stray fairy number 3 right there. Gonna go ahead and check and see if there are any more in here. Yes, there are, so let us look for them. Actually, I might not be able to get it yet. I think it might actually be up there. So I can't get that just yet. That's fine, though. Not a big deal. Let me go ahead and check these pots, though. You never know when a stray fairy is going to appear out of nowhere. Anyways, in this room, we have a few things we can get. Let's jump over to the Deku Flower. And let's get that giant chest that's over there. Can I even get over there? Okay, yeah, I can. Wasn't sure if I can make that jump. But anyways, we get a key. A key will unlock any door in the temple as long as it has a, you know, a padlock on it. And before we move on, there's actually a beehive right here. The reason why I'm hitting this beehive is because there's actually a stray fairy inside. So let's go ahead and get that. Gonna use the mask to make sure it gets to us safely. And now we're going to continue into this other room over there. But one thing I should probably mention about keys and stray fairies. If you're in a dungeon, and if you decide to go back in time when you're not finished with the dungeon, you'll lose all of your small keys and all of the stray fairies. So you kind of want to complete the dungeon on the same day you actually start it. So just keep that in mind. In this room we have these turtles. In order to kill them, you have to leap out of the Deku Flower when they're above it. Kind of like what we did with the dragonflies back in the southern swamp area. Okay, I think there's one more. Yep, there's one right there. No, dive in the flower. Thank you. Aw, damn it, I missed. Okay, wait for it to come over here. And boom, you're dead. When you defeat all the enemies in this room, we'll get an item. I believe if you open this treasure chest, you get the dungeon map. In each dungeon, there are 3 key items you can get. The dungeon map is one of them. The second one is the compass, and the last one is the boss key. And also in each dungeon you can find a weapon or an item of some sort that you can actually use throughout the entire game, too. You can probably figure out what the first item is going to be if you haven't been paying any attention to not only my words, but some of the different types of obstacles we'll be dealing with in this temple.